Hello everyone, welcome to a new update video. Just wanted to kind of give people a heads up for what stuff I'm going to be playing next because a lot of new stuff has been announced recently. So I just wanted to make sure people knew about that. We had the last one of these about a month ago and some of my ideas have changed. So let's go ahead and hop into it. First things first, the thing I'm very excited about that actually happened today is the Voice of Cards sequel got announced. It's coming out February 17th, and I'm basically moving everything around so that I have enough time to play that. It's crazy that they just stealth dropped it like this. Like, I feel like it came out of nowhere. It's coming out in like 2 weeks, just like that, randomly. That's nuts. But I'm very, very happy, and I'm extremely happy that I get to play another Voice of Cards game so fast. I never imagined the sequel would come this quickly, but I imagine a lot of the crazier, time-consuming things that go into developing a game aren't as much of a deal for this, since it is just a card-based game. You know, you don't have to build environments and put collision and things like that, so that probably helps. So I'm definitely looking at that. That is absolutely, looking forward to that. That is absolutely getting played. So as far as things the rest of this week, so Kogan and Superland just finished up. Kogan should be ending today, Superland also ended. I was planning to play, like, Saifu, the martial arts game on the PS5, but I think with the inclusion of Voice of Cards, I don't think I would have enough time to play it, while also keeping up with my other things. So I don't think we're going to be playing that. I think instead I'm probably going to choose some shorter indie games to kind of, play this next little bit here. Maybe do a short little classic LP or something. I kind of have one in mind, so there's a couple of indie games that I'm pretty interested in. There's Grapple Dog, Rise of the Third Power. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play it because that's probably too long. Letters, a written adventure. Inuwa, a story in space and time. Know by Heart. Those are a bunch of like puzzle games. Grapple Dog's a platformer. But some of those might get played, just so I can kind of fill the space with something. Grapple Dog in particular looks very, very adorable. I'm kind of leaning towards that one more so than anything else. So that may get played. So after that, of course, Voice of Cards the 17th, and then Elden Ring the 25th. Everyone and their mother is probably going to be playing this on YouTube, but I don't really care because I love Elden. Well, I don't know if I love Elden Ring yet, but I love FromSoft games. They're always a fun time. I have not played a single FromSoft game that I didn't enjoy in some capacity. So Elden Ring is a must. I'm going to be playing that. That is happening, and that's kind of the reason why I can't play some of the longer games at the beginning of February, because I need to leave space for Voice of Cards and Elden Ring, so that's February. It's going to be a pretty packed month, and of course Pokemon's going to continue. Then in March, we have The Cruel King and Great Hero. I'm actually forgetting, I remember I saw this, I think, during a Nintendo Direct, and I remember that it's like a JRPG. The Cruel King and Great Hero. There we go. So, let's see, release date. Let's check that. Oh yeah, it's made by Niz. So, March 1st. Yeah, it's still coming out March 1st. So, yeah, I remember it being like a little JRPG. Looked pretty cool. Let's check out the page for it here. Yeah, cool little JRPG with a very, like, kind of hand-drawn art style that looks really, really cool. So, that's neat. We'll probably be giving that a shot, assuming I have time for it. Then March 4th, we have Triangle Tactics, the new game made by the Octopath Traveler developers that I'm very interested in, even more so because it's like a strategy JRPG, like Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Ogre, Disgaea, Fire Emblem, stuff like that. Looks really, really cool. Definitely interested in it. Those games always have a beautiful art style. March 16th, we have Tunic, which I am also looking forward to. That's a cool little Zelda-like indie game that I've had my eye on for quite a bit, and it's finally coming out. Specifically, like the top-down 2D Zeldas. So like, you know, Link's Awakening, Link to the Past, stuff like that. And then March 25th, we have the new Kirby game, which looks amazing. I'm very, very hyped for the new Kirby game. I'm unbelievably excited. The classic LP I was thinking of doing is a Kirby game. Specifically a short one, and probably my favorite Kirby game ever. So if we do end up doing the classic LP somewhere mixed in here, It'll get me in the mood for Kirby. But this Kirby is specifically like a 3D platformer Kirby, in like an more open world than Kirby is normally accustomed to. It looks more like it's leaning more towards like Mario Odyssey, which is definitely a way to get me excited about your game. So, and then we have on March 31st, which honestly, with all the other stuff I'm going to be playing, we probably won't have time for it. Weird West comes out. From what I recall, this one's like a cool tactical RPG. Let me just re-verify here on Steam. Yeah, it's like an immersive sim. It's like a top-down immersive sim kind of thing. So it looks pretty cool. Don't know if I'll have time to play it, but it is on the list and I do know about it. But definitely Elden Ring, Voice of Cards, Triangle Tactics, Tunic, Kirby. There's a lot of good stuff coming out in February and March. I'm going to try to keep it to 3 LPs, but with how many cool games there are coming out, we may have to do 4. Sometimes. I don't know, man. There's a lot of good games coming out, so as long as I can handle it, we may end up doing like 4 or something, but that's all that I have on my list. This is kind of a short update video, but I just wanted to, let people know that yes, all these awesome games that have been announced recently are definitely going to be played, so. Alright, I think that's probably it for the update video. As always, I'll have my Twitter, my Discord, and I think there's something else that I put on there that people can follow if they want to keep up with me and keep up with news and everything, so. With that, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This isn't an LP, quit that. I hope you've enjoyed this update video, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully you're looking forward to some of the stuff that's coming in the future.